G-Day, people! This is Sharpino here, welcome you guys to week 3 of the PMC League Battles. This week we're taking on the Phoenix Incineroars, coached by Jonah, who was last season the coach of the Great Lake Ninjas, who beat us twice, so we've got a score to settle with him today. So, let's have a look at his team over here. Okay, so he's got the Krookodiles, the Volcanion, Skuntank, Kabutops, Tornadus, and the Diggersby. Alright, so let's go ahead and wipe out. So we got no Whimsicott, which is interesting. So Tornadus, no Haxorus. Interesting. No Magnezone either. Also interesting. No Magnezone either. Mencheo, that's a no. Kabutops is there as well. So this is actually going to be interesting. Like I said, I was afraid he was going to bring the Kabutops on the off chance that we do bring in the Pelipper, because if he has Swift Swim, if he has the Swift Swim Pelipper, Swift Swim Kabutops, it could be problematic for us. So now that we know that he doesn't have that, now I've got a feeling he's going to try to do something with that Krookodiles though. I've got a feeling he's going to try to do something with that Krookodiles. So I'm just trying to think what my options are. Who should I start with? I'll go into Skarmory. Try to set up my hazard straight away. If he wants to go ahead and try to get rid of them with like the Kabutops or the Skuntank, which like I said, I knew he was going to try to bring at least one of the two, but he decided to bring both of them, which is cool. I think the Skuntank is going to be probably try to be an answer for the Tapu Koko, so there's a good chance it could be Scarfed Skuntank as well, just to try to get that Choice Scarf Poison Jab. So I'm very interested to see how this goes. Very interested, like I said, to see that he didn't bring the Magnezone, so best of luck to him, and let's get this battle started. Old Spice. That is the Krookodiles. So, we were correct into assuming he was going to start with the Krookodiles. So now, I've got a thing he's going to try to go ahead and try to set up some of that webby, some of those webbies. So I think we're going to go ahead, and I think we'll go ahead and set up some spikes. I think spikes would probably be the best thing to go ahead and do first. As he goes for the taunt. Oh, that's so frustrating. Good God, good God, good God. Okay, so he made the good call there. So now he's probably going to try to see if he can get a free set for those webs. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in the I can't bring in the Pelipper though, because if he goes and brings a Kabutops, I'm pretty much screwed. Who should I bring? Who should I bring? I think I'm going to bring in. Should I bring in Tapu Koko? But then, man, this is going to be so hard to deal with. I'm going to go ahead and take on this. I'll go and bring in Pelipper. I just want to see what he wants to do here. I mean, really, he could try to be a Kabutops here, but I'm going to go ahead and bring in Pelipper as he goes probably to try to go ahead and start that sticky webs there. Which more likely, I think that's probably what he's going to try to do. So, it starts to rain here. He's going to go for sticky web. So, this is one of the Pokemon he specifically brought just to get speed control, which I guess is okay. But I'm going to go ahead now. One of two things is going to happen. Either one, he's going to try to go ahead and go for the taunt to try to make sure we can't defog with two. So I'm going to go ahead and fire for knockoff on this. If he swaps, that's fine. That works out better for us. I'm going to go ahead, just set up a knockoff, and hopefully we can try to do some work against this Krookodiles. Don't know what set this is though. I feel like it's going to be Focus Sashed. It's pretty much going to be treated like a Garvantula, where it's just pretty much there just to set up the sticky webs and then just leave. So I'm just going to go ahead, like I said, set up that knockoff and take it from there and just see how we go. Hopefully we go for the best. He is going to withdraw, which is good for us, as he's going to go and bring in La, which I'm guessing is Kabutops. Yeah, it's that Kabutops. So like I said, he's going to probably bring in that, as we go ahead and go for that knockoff. And let's see what he has. He's a Life Orb. So there we go. So we've got ourselves the free knockoff on that that La there, which is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead now. Now, Surf is neutral. The thing is, does he want to Shell Smash? I don't know. I've got a feeling he wants to try to Shell Smash. We should be able to live at least one Stone Edge. So I'm going to go ahead and fire for Surf here. If he wants to set up the Shell Smash, he's going to take a Drizzle boosted Surf, which I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to happen. So I'm just going to, fire. If he decides to swap back into the Volcanion, then that works out great for him. So Pelipper putting in the finals of getting rid of that Life Orb off the bat. And that's what, like I said, I like about Pelipper being on a team, is the fact that it can be used a bit like Olamomola, where you can use knockoff. You can use Drizzle to kind of weaken fire type moves if you're afraid of fire moves coming in. He's going to go ahead and go for Stealth Rock, so he's trying to set up all of those hazards right there. As we go ahead and get that Surf off, like I said, the fact that they bring Magnezone though makes this absolutely perfect. Surf is going to do a lot of damage, but not quite enough to get the kill. So I'm going to go ahead and set up a Defog, and then Defog should be able to get rid of everything. So he's going to go ahead and go for the Stone Edge, but not Life Orb. That should not kill. There we go. There we go. We go ahead and go for that Defog, and that's pretty much all good to go. So what we can do now is, now the Sticky Web's all gone, everything's all good, all goody, good. He's going to either try to keep setting up for, keep setting up those rocks, and just let it go, or we could just go ahead and do, I'm just going to go ahead and keep going for Defog. Because at this point, if he wants to try and set up rocks and let it go, that's fine. I'll just keep going for Defog, and then leftovers can give me just a little bit of steady recovery, which is fine. I have no problems with that whatsoever. So like I said, he might be just trying to let this thing go and just be like, you know what, I'll let the rocks come up, and then if he wants to go ahead, he's going to go for Stone Edge, and we're just going to let Pelipper die here. So unfortunately, you know, Kabutops does get the kill on that, but now what we should do now is the rain stopped. Fantastic! Perfect timing. This is exactly what we were waiting for. So look at his team now. Look at his team. He has no electrical immunities whatsoever. So that is actually makes this so much better. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in Tapu Koko, because now if we can go ahead and just fire off, because we know it's not Scarf, so we know we're going to pretty much outspeed it. He really has no answers to Tapu Koko, which I'm very surprised that he doesn't have an answer for it. Like, oh, sorry, my bad. He's got the Diggersby though. So, what I think I should do is, this is him Power Ground. I'm just going to go for a Dazzling Gleam on the off chance that he thinks we're going to go for a Thunderbolt. So I'm going to go for a Dazzling Gleam. Then again, he could bring in Scarf Diggersby to try to go for like the Earthquakes and try to outspeed the Tapu Koko. So, if we do it like this will be just fine. So, you know, like I said, we let it go. We let the Pelipper go, but in doing that though, we've ensured that the rocks and the sticky webs is gone. So pretty much Tapu Koko, like I said, pretty much checks his entire team. So even though we've lost Pelipper, Pelipper has done pretty much what it's expected to do. So nothing in his team could outspeed unless he's Scarfed. That's the only thing that he could do, is to make sure that, you know, he's Scarfed. So looking at things here, it is, like I said, it's an interesting battle because, like I said, he brought in the Krookodile and tried to get speed control, which is a fair call. But the question is, what does he think I'm going to do? Is he going to let the Kabutops go for maybe a late game Shell Smash? But there's no point. He's going to go ahead and withdraw here. He's going to probably bring in the Diggersby Hazard. That is the Skuntank. He made the right call. Fuck. As we go ahead and fire off the Dazzling Gleam, that is going to be neutral. Now, I'm going to go ahead and now swap into... I need to go for Flamethrower. Oh, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. But I have to scout. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in our Dragalge, which should check this pretty well. It should check the Skuntank. If he wants to go for a Flamethrower, that's fine. If he wants to go for a Poison move, that's fine. Dragalge pretty much checks this thing completely. So... we are in no jeopardy of doing this. And of course, once we get rid of the Skuntank, we can go ahead and set up Toxic Spikes with Dragalge. So that actually works out as a double up. But the only thing is now that we don't have... he didn't bring Haxorus, which, again, I'm interested to... I mean, probably he didn't want to bring Scarf Haxorus. But, you know, so much can happen from here. So, I really feel like this is going to be a good move here, but... again, it just comes down to what he wants to do. If he swaps back into Kabutops, that's actually pretty bad for us, because then if he goes for an Earthquake, it would more likely get the kill on Dragalge. But if he tries to go for, like I said, a Fire-type move or a Poison-type move, then Dragalge is the absolute perfect Pokemon for this matchup here. Very surprised he didn't bring Magnezone though. Honestly, Magnezone does quite a bit of work against my team here. It can 1v1 a Tapu Koko, except if I had Power Ground, which, you know, I do. But, you know, like I said, but we do have him Power Ground, so really, I could have gone him Power Ground on the Skuntank, but I want to scout to see if it was Scarf, because honestly, it's the one thing I could have seen on his team that really could have done anything to my Tapu Koko. So, we're going to go ahead and bring in Dragalge. Let's see what this Skuntank wants to do here. It's actually going to go for a Fire Blast. Perfect! This is exactly why we brought Dragalge, for these kind of things here. So, not very effective, fantastic, let's go. Alright. Look at his team now. What does he want to take a a Draco Meteor. So many interesting things to consider. I'm going to go for a Hidden Power Ground. I just want to see what this gun takes. He goes for the Crunch, so let's see how much damage this does. Doesn't do too much damage. As we go for that Hidden Power Ground here, and that's going to do jack shit. That's his Assault Vested. That is Assault Vested. Oh god, that is Assault Vested. Okay, this guy is real. This guy is real right now. So we're going to go ahead and swap into Krookodile. Now that we've seen that, we've considered that is now an Assault Vested Skuntank. So, okay. So now we can just, keep the information on there. So Skuntank, let's see. So we've got Fire Blast and Crunch. Interesting. So at least we can still see if he's scarfed, of course, depending on what his next play is. If he swaps out, I'm going to go on the notion that he's scarfed. But I mean, he went for 5 Blast and Crunch, so he's not scarfed. So I'm waiting for those people like, Chris, you're such an idiot. He's not scarfed. I'm like, okay, I get it. He's not scarfed. So yeah, so I'm deeming that as Assault Vested. So Assault Vest. If only we had Pelipper, we could knock it off. That'd be great. But you know. But now he's just deciding what would be the best for him. Because we could go for an Earthquake. He's going to actually withdraw. He's going to actually bring in Old Spice, which is the Kricketune again. He really wants to set up that. Really wants to set up those sticky webs. He really wants to set up. And now that we've lost our pretty much now that we've lost our Weber, basically now he could try to get those speed boosts on us. So, man, okay, I'm going to go for a knockoff here. Just go for scarf knockoffs here. Krickatune's base speed, if I'm not mistaken, is 65. So he should assume that we are scarfed at this point. He might think that we are just an all-rounder Tornadus, all-round Krookodile, which actually works well for us. Like I said, the only downside is now he's going to get that. He's in fact going to go ahead and get that speed control on us, which means I believe his Tornadus would actually, I think, outspeed us, which is pretty bad if he does in fact go for that. So again, just scouting for knockoffs and everything else. So the knockoffs are just there to scout for things. We saw the Life Orb. As we go ahead and go for the knockoff on this Old Spice here, we're going to see a Focus Sash. There we go. Surprise, surprise. And he's going to go ahead and set up that Sticky Web. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. As electricity disappears from the field. So that was a very good move on his part to go ahead and pretty much do that, expecting us to swap. But I think that's what it is. I think he just expected us to swap out, and it actually worked out good for him. So we're going to go ahead, fire for another knockoff, and that's going to be the end of that Kricketune. But the Kricketune has done its job. It's got the webs up, so hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us too much. Hopefully, because we do only have, like I said, that one answer for it, and that is the Pelipper, but he didn't bring the Magnezone, so that's fine. So Skarmory is actually looking a little bit better right now. But we just need to make sure we can just get some knockoffs on this here. So, looking at what his options are now, he could either bring in the Volcanion to try to go for a Steam Eruption, or he could try to bring in Diggersby and show us his Scarfs. But I think we outspeed Diggersby, so I mean, really, we wouldn't be able to tell. So now he's just probably deciding what move he should go for in this situation, because he knows if we're scarfed, we're going to knock off whatever item he has. So now he's probably just deciding which Pokemon has the least value on his team. So it's a fair call, because I mean he's got, like I said, the Kabutops still in play, the Skuntank's still in play. They're both his spinners. If I can get rid of both of them, then I can start setting up with Skarmory with the hazards and everything else. Because I don't think anything else on his team does have access to Defog or Rapid Spin. So now it's just thinking, knowing that we could possibly be scarfed, or we're just we're just a normal Krookodile here. We're just sitting about here. But again, it just comes down to that the Volcanion. Because that Volcanion could be physical or special. More likely to be special, but I just want to see what kind of moves that it has. Like, I'd be willing to sack Krook just to find out, because really, against the rest of his team, the only thing I could do possibly is check the Tornadus with the Stone Edge. But in saying that though, Code Red, that is Volcanion. Yep, there is the Volcanion. So now we're going to go ahead We could go Steam Eruption. You know, I'm just going to go straight for a knockoff. I'm going to let Krookodile go here because, like I said, at this point, I think that we're in no jeopardy of just going for a knockoff because at this point, this Volcanion can do a lot of work against our team here. And really, it's one of the checks to our Skarmory and Tapu Koko. Because if it has Earthquake, I mean, it could live maybe one if it's Assault Vested. Because, I mean, he could have 2 Assault Vested. I mean, you never know, you know. He's going to actually double back into the Typhoon, which is the Tornadus. There we are, so Tornadus is here. So we made the right call staying in. We're going to go for that knockoff. Oh my goodness, and we knock off the Expert Belt. That is awesome. That's what I'm talking about, yeah! So now I think a knockoff from this range should be able to get a kill on the Tornadus, which is fantastic. But like I said, I think he was just expecting us to double out, which is, I think it's a fair call. But we stayed in, we went for the knockoff, and we're good. We're just going for Choice Scarf knockoffs, knocking off all of those items. The Expert Belt is now gone, Tornadus, and we're looking pretty good right now. Honestly, we're in a pretty good position. Because that Tornadus was the one thing I was worried about, our speeding. But now that we've got it down to a point where a knockoff should kill from this range, we're looking pretty good. Choice Scarf Krookodile. I think just switching out in predictions can be a little bit too over the top, but I mean, it's kind of a fair play, because I mean, Jenna does a lot of that in a lot of his battles. Like, if you guys watch his battles, he does a lot of predictions and all that, and I mean, most of the time it pays off, but I guess in this situation, it didn't. So we're going to go ahead and go for a knockoff, as it does get the kill on Typhoon. Fantastic. Down it goes, and like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we are putting in the finest of work against that Tornadus. We got rid of it for free. We did nothing. All we did was stay in with a knockoff, and it pays off for us. Fan-fucking-tastic, ladies and gentlemen. So now, probably his options are either his Kabutops, if it has Aqua Jet, or if he wants to go for a Sucker Punch with, there goes my phone. Always forget about my damn phone. Always forget about my damn phone during battles. As he goes ahead and brings back in the Code Red. So, I don't know if it's in the best interest to swap, because now the Tornadus is gone, I don't really think this really could do much else. If anything, I reckon I'll just go ahead and just scout with the knockoffs. So I'm going to go ahead again, go for the knockoffs. Let's see what this Volcanion has. That does about half. It has Choice Specs. That's interesting. So now we've got rid of that Choice Specs here. That's probably going to get the kill. More likely. So Krookodile, he did a great job. You got rid of the Choice Specs. Great, great, great. Loving it. Awesome. So now... Now. What's the speed of Volcanion? 70. So we should just do about our speed, even if we do decide to bring in. So we're going to go ahead and swap into Tapu Koko right now. And we're in no jeopardy of going for a Thunderbolt right now. We should still be able to outspeed. So this is actually, we're in a good position right now. Even though we've got 1 speed reduction, we should still put in the finest of work against this team. So we're in no jeopardy. We'll go ahead. Fuck, the Diggersby! I forgot about the Diggersby! Fuck! Forgot about the Diggersby! Fuck! No! Why? If he brings the Diggersby now, I'm fucked. I did not think about the Diggersby. I should have gone for Dazzling Gleam on the off chance he does bring it in, but if he decides to let this thing go, then we made the right choice. So, we're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't. But if he decides to bring in Diggersby right now, then he made the right call. If he decides to let this thing go, we made the right call. But, it just comes down to if he swaps in the Diggersby right now. The thing is though, if he's, like I said, if he's scarfed Diggersby, then we should be okay. Should be okay. I'm just laughing because two of our items now are useless because we're expecting 2 Pokemon to come in and both of them didn't come. So that worked out for us. But I mean, if we, like I said, if he stays and decides to let it go, great. If he decides to, you know, swap to Diggersby, then we're like, oh, you know, damn. So now he comes down again, predictions. Does he expect us to go ahead and go for that, or is he something else, you know? You know? This battle, people, this battle. I mean, if I can win against Jonas today, he's going to go ahead and withdraw. He's going to go into Diggersby. Let's see that Diggersby has it. No, he goes into this guy. Okay. That works out for us. Electric Surge, Thunderbolt puts in. That is doing a lot of work right there. And I'm pretty sure another Thunderbolt from this range should get the kill. It should definitely get the kill. So we go ahead, go for another Thunderbolt, and Hazard's gone. Perfect. Fantastic. He really wants to preserve that Volcanion. I don't know why he wants to preserve it so dearly, but I would like to see where he's going with it. Just so I can see He's gonna bring Driller. That is the Diggersby. Diggersby dough. So here comes Diggersby. Now, again, I want to scout for that. I really want to scout for that Scarf. So I'm going to go ahead and swap into Tapu Koko. But if he has Thunder Punch or Fire Punch, that's fine. I can still go ahead and do some work here. It just comes down to that. I just want to see what he wants to go for, because I mean, with the terrain, Thunder Punch is going to do a lot of damage to Skarmory. A hell of a lot of damage. And considering we just lost our only ground type, it's not going to do too much. So, you know, we just got to, like I said, just scout for Scarf, because that's the one thing that's going to make this Diggersby stand out above the rest of my team. And if it is Scarfed, then we have to try to set up hazards ASAP. Because if we can get Skarmory to do things like Spikes and Stealth Rock and try to do the work against that Diggersby, though, we'll be good. So he's probably deciding what Pokemon am I going to go into, because he's going to say, if I go for Thunder Punch and I bring in Dragalge, then it's bad, and he's locked into that, and I pretty much get a free hit on his next Pokemon with the Dragalge. But if he decides to stay and go for Earthquake, and then swaps out, we can assume that's Scarfed. And then we can go ahead, try to set up at least one hazard, and we have that hidden that Iron Head, which you probably wouldn't be expecting, but, you know, depending on the Pokemon. So in comes a Skarmory. We're going to see Swords Dance. Fuck! No! That is a setup-ing Diggersby though! We got no... Oh my god, we don't have Whirlwind. Fuck! Okay, this is kind of bad right now. Oh my god. If that is Agility Diggersby, we are fucked. We are absolutely fucked. As he goes for Fire Punch. Well, the other one was sturdy. Just got to, if only we had Whirlwind. If only we had Whirlwind. That is Lifeorb. Fuck. So we did get up the Stealth Rocks, which is awesome. But yeah, that's a fucking good god, man. Good god. Good fucking god. That is a fucking Swords Dance Diggersby. Shit. Probably should have swapped in case he tries to go for another Quick Attack though. Oh my god, man, we're gonna get swept by double for Quick Attack. Fuck! This is exactly like last time we started setting up with Scizor. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, this is bad. Frustration, that's gonna go ahead and get the kill. So, oh man. This is not good. This is not good at all. Oh boy, this is not going to be awesome. So, there is one thing we can do. We do have Aqua Jet on this. But if he goes for Quick Attack, we're fucked. So Swords Dance, Fire Punch, Frustration, and if he goes Quick Attack, we're fucked. I'm going to go ahead and go for an Aqua Jet. Hopefully he doesn't have Quick Attack. If he has Quick Attack, we're fucked. If he has Quick Attack, we're fucked. That's the only thing that's really going to save us at this point, is if he doesn't have Quick Attack. If he has Quick Attack, we are fucked. But if he expects that and then swaps into Volcanion, then he did an awesome job. Because then he's going to get Water Absorb, and he's going to get all his health back for free. Basically. Oh man, there's fucking Diggersby though. Oh my god, Pippi, my god. Oh boy. Oh boy. Again, Volcanion, it works for him. Stays in, but doesn't have Quick Attack. It's the best situation we have. If he doesn't swap into Volcanion, we're awesome. We are gooch. We are absolute gooch. Man. Fucking Diggersby though. Oh, he's gonna withdraw. He's gonna go and bring in Volcanion. Don't bring in Volcanion. Code Red. Why? The Water Absorb's gonna trigger now. And he's gonna see that we have it. Oh, fuck. And he's gonna get some health back. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that is so bad, bro. That is so fucking bad, bro. Alright. Let's go ahead and swap into Dragalge. Dragalge is our only answer to this. He still has Skuntank in the back. Oh wait, no, we killed it. So we can go ahead and try to set up Toxic. No, why would we do that? Why the fuck would we do that? And it comes to Gougy as this Volcanion goes for a what? Fire Blast. So we should be able to eat that up without the specs. We should be able to eat one more of those. Fantastic. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for a Hidden Power Ground. Actually, no, I'm just going for a Sludge Wave. Just go for a straight up Sludge Wave. Just for the guaranteed Earth Power. Okay. 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 So now again, now we come down to Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko. I'm in love with the Koko. I'm in love with the... Fuck. Okay. So again, now it comes down to what do? We do have Hidden Power Ground. That much, actually, no. That's awesome. We have Hidden Power Ground. So if he wants to swap into Diggersby, that's fine. We've got Hidden Power Ground. Expert Burt boosted should get the kill on this Volcanion. So if he wants to go ahead and try to swap out, that's fine. We have Hidden Power Ground for it. That's awesome. Because then a Dazzling Gleam should be able to get the work done. So now he's deciding whether he's going to do the swap into Diggersby, enchant a Dazzling Gleam, or if I'm going to do this. So this is actually working out. Okay, this is working out fine. This is working out fine. He's going to go ahead and withdraw, bring in Diggersby though. La, that's the Kabutops. He's going to confirm what my Hidden Power is right now. So he's pretty much going to let it get, or almost dies to Spikes. As we go ahead and see that Hidden Power, and he's going to reveal that we are in fact Hidden Power. Hidden Power Ground. Or it could be Grass, you never know. It could be Grass, it could be Electric, it could be Ground, you just never know. In comes Drill, but assuming of course that, you know, what we're going to do. So, we're going to see a bit of Spikes damage now. Now. Let's go for a Dazzling Gleam. Let's hope. Dazzling Gleam comes through right here. If we can kill this Diggersby with Dazzling Gleam, that is awesome. That is not getting a kill. Frustration. Oh boy, this is going to do a lot of damage. Oh my god. Wow, why? Oh no, that's so bad, that's so bad, that's so bad. Oh my god. So now I'm either having to Aqua Jet to kill, which he knows I have to do, or I have to go for a move. I have to make a gamble. I have to take a gamble. It comes down to this one move. This one move. If I go for Aqua Jet, he brings Volcanion, I go for Aqua Jet, I'm fucked. I'm going to go ahead and fire off. If he swaps into Volcanion, he's playing it safe. He takes the gamble if I go back with Jet. Man, it is coming down to this. But if he lets this die and Volcanion comes to the Fire Blast, he wins either way. He just goes for differential. Aqua Jet. I have to go for Aqua Jet. I can't risk it. And if he decides to bring in Volcanion, I can't risk it. I swear to God. If he stays in, fantastic. I just have to predict. Because if he lets us die, he brings Volcanion for free, nothing happens. Man, oh man, this fucking battle, people. Fuck! I swear, if he swaps now, I'm gonna cry. I'm really gonna cry right now. I don't want to lose this battle. Like, fuck. But he goes for the safer play by making... If he stays in, he lets Diggersby die. Either way, he's got the free... Thank you! Oh! Now it comes down to one move. If he misses this Fire Blast. That's the only move he can go for right now is Fire Blast. We go for a Super Power. If he misses Fire Blast, we win. If he misses Fire Blast, we win. Oh my god, if he misses Fire Blast. Oh my god. This is the only way. He goes for Fire Blast. There it is! Right there, ladies and gentlemen! Oh! There it is! He missed the Fire Blast, and we go for the win! Oh! Let's go! Woo! Alright! Oh my god! Oh my god! We called it! He misses the Fire Blast! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! He misses the Fire Blast and we take the W this week. Good game to you, Jonah. I'm very, very sorry that had to come to that. Bruh. That battle was so close. A Fire Blast miss. Oh man, now I know what it's like. It's like Nappy vs Nexus and Nexus missed the T-Flare.
I'm gonna go for the crunch. I feel like I should try and get as much damage off as I can. And let Lucario sweep with E-Speed. I knew that wasn't gonna kill. I knew that wasn't gonna kill. There it is! Thank you so much! I said both of them had a chance to miss. I said both of them had a chance to miss.
Oh my god. Man, I feel so bad for Jonah, but good game. We took the W. We are now 2-1. That is awesome. Stay tuned for next week for the Team Prep and Wi-Fi battle. We go against the Tampa Bay Krookodiles next week, and that is going to be a task in itself. So until next time I see you guys, stay safe, stay sharp, and I'll catch you guys all next time. Later.